Hi and welcome back to another LigaTech video. In this video I will show you how our Liga Global ID is integrating with the Microsoft Active Directory and how it is working with the Windows 10 desktop. In the video I will show you, I will create the user and I will verify the synchronization to Active Directory, and I will use the standard Windows Server MMC tool for that purpose. Then I will create a ID token device order for this user that I just created, and I'm going to use our auto group functionality. This is a functionality that simplify and automate enrollment of users in our system. Then I will issue the ID token by using our Liga Global ID self-service client. This is done as the user. Then I will go to a Windows 10 desktop and I will log in with this newly issued token. And finally, I will show you how the session log works with Windows. When I remove my ID token from the reader, then the Windows will shut down or at least bring the machine into the lock screen. So let's get on with it. Here in front of me I have the login screen for our Liga Global ID. We are using SAML with a IDP because then we can make sure we can integrate to any IDP that any customer would have to simplify the onboarding of the users. This is the admin UI screen. We have another video where we describe how this works, but so therefore I will go straight to my portal UI and I will go straight to the create new user. So I create a user, tech video, put in a password for the user. Obviously in the real world this password would have to be reset by the user. In this case here I set the password, tech video. The other information will just leave. Then I will say create. And you will see now I have created a user. If I look here in the advanced view, we will see the create timestamp. This is today, 18th of March, and this is about 3:30 in the afternoon. Now I will go into my Windows Management Console. We could get that one there. We can go here and we should be able to see tech video. You see there are no tech video for the moment. I think I say refresh. It should be somewhere. There it is. Bingo. Wonderful. So now I have a tech video account. I can go into the account. You can see tech video. And I can go here to my attribute editor and then I can go and have a look here saying create timestamp. Well, nearly at the second, the same timestamp as the other timestamp you just saw. Good. Automation integration works. Obviously, this process that you just saw, me creating the user in the portal UI synchronized to Active Directory, can as well be reversed. So the user gets created in Active Directory and then being transferred into portal and then into the Global ID product. Let me go back and now create this auto order that I just mentioned. So I will go here. I have group management. You see the user is not member of any group, so I will assign a group. I have here what we call Active Directory on card for a integration to Active Directory certificate service. I will say add and then wait a second. We will see now that the user has already been part now assigned to the group, and if I just refresh the screen, I think quite easily we will see that now there is a order here. There, scroll down, authentication device order. There's an order for the user tech video. The status here is done. The system has already picked it up and also now start the enrollment of a certificate for the user. So this is already now done in the backend of the Global ID server, and therefore now I will go to the self-service client and show you how that works from the user's perspective. What I have is that I have a standard smart card. If I just put it here to our small GoPro camera, you can see the card. It's a standard card. It's what's called dual interface contactless card. So this card can be used with both physical contact. As you can see here, there's this physical contact pad, but it can also be used for contactless via the NFC reading. Maybe you also heard that small beep there. So I will just minimize all these things I have on my screen, and I will go to our self-service console here. I will log in as Tech Video, and I will use the password that I set for the user. And I will see here that the user has one order. That was the order I just ordered. So I will just click here, activate. What the system now does is to identify there's a card on the reader that I have here in front of me. I will enter a PIN code for this user, for this card. This is something the user do by themselves, and therefore this is a PIN code that they choose completely on their own as they like to have. I'll just click next. As you can see now on the screen, the process has been completed successfully, which is exactly what I also expected. So what can I have another feature here in my client is that I can block a potential card. So this is the information now we have on the card. If I go back to the client, as you just saw the portal, the backend, I can also show you now that this certificate and this card has been issued. So now it's changed status to 10, and now I also have this card issued for the user. You see the number there, and if I go back to the client, you see the same number going 148, 148. So this is exactly that information. And we see that there is also a certificate, what we call authentication device. This is the details for the certificate. So what I will do now is I will use this card to log in to my client machine. I will put the card on the card reader. You will see the screen saying, please enter another information, another user. I will choose the ID card login. I will enter the PIN code I just entered for my card, and I will then log in. You see immediately Windows picks up Liga, the Tech Video user account. This is a newly installation. It will take just a few seconds to install this. But the point here, while the machine is creating the user account, I can also tell you that PIN is better than password. And this meaning is that the PIN code is never transmitted via the network, and the PIN code is only known by the user, and no one else are aware of this PIN code. So from a security point of view, this is an excellent solution, and this is also a solution for you to move on to become a passwordless system, or your IT infrastructure can become passwordless, and by that very greatly enhance the overall security. So now you saw, if you look here at the machine, well, I'm logged into the machine, and I show you here that I am Tech Video, and well, of course, I can change various things. This is what Windows is. So what happens if I remove the card from my card reader? So if you just get the there it is exactly. You saw that immediately after the card was removed from the reader, my machine went into a lock mode, and I can put back my card on the card reader, and immediately the machine will say, well, there's a card again. I'm using what in Windows world is known as smart card removal policy for this purpose. It's quite clever. It can be configured either just lock the user out of the machine, as a put on the lock screen, or alternatively simply lock the user completely out of the session. That's up to you to decide what fits your needs best. So with all of that, I would just say thank you for you. And you have been watching this video, and I'm looking forward to see you back on another Liga Tech video.